Who would have thought that Facebook would have enough shady things about it that I could do 3 videos on it and still have only scratched the surface? Who would have thought that? Well, I guess I did, and probably you. In fact, I think pretty much anybody who has ever heard the word Facebook before thinks that. Okay, so it's no surprise that we're here then, but here we are anyway. My name is Danny Burke, and this is the Top 10 Scary Facebook Dark Secrets Part 3. Starting off at number 10 now, we have people you may know. Many of you guys are familiar with the people you may know feature on Facebook. Facebook will recommend people to you that it thinks you should be friends with. Okay, that sounds fine, right? Facebook says it comes from things like mutual friends, being tagged in the same photo as someone, or networks you both belong to, such as schools, universities, workplaces, that sort of thing. In May 2018 though, Mashable published an article that suggested Facebook may be using shadier tactics with this. The author reported that they have been suggested to be friends with people they have been on dates with in the past, people with whom they had no mutual friends with at all. Their co-worker's dad was also suggested, someone they only had one mutual contact with. They were also suggested to be friends with people they had no mutual friends with whatsoever, sometimes even people with incomplete profiles. They inquired about what's going on with Facebook. A spokesperson for the company said that Facebook is always confirming that the help center content is accurate and reflects the most common types of information that inform suggestions. The fact that Facebook said the most common type made people think that they may have other types of data on us, data that you or anyone else may never know at all. What data is this? How exactly do they get it? Either way, I'm sure it's all very credible. Facebook has never done anything strange with people's data. Moving on to number 9 now, we have the like button. Here's something that I never knew until I made this video. Have you guys ever been to a page with a Facebook like button? It could be a news site, a gaming site, a forum, whatever it is. I'm sure you know what I mean. You've probably even been on a site like that today. It's supposed to be a quick way for you to like or share the content you're seeing on Facebook with your friends, but it has a pretty creepy underbelly to it. If a site has a Facebook like button, then Facebook knows you've been there, and I mean any site, even sites that you might want to keep hidden from other people. Facebook says, we collect information when you visit or use third-party websites and apps that use our services, like when they offer our like button or Facebook login, or use our measurement and advertising services. So, by you guys agreeing to use Facebook and those websites agreeing to include the like button, Facebook can accurately track wherever you've been online. I'm sure that when some people learn that, they start noticing the like button a lot more. Next up at the number 8 spot now, we have your profile picture. Did you know that Facebook basically owns your pictures? Many people don't realize that Facebook can legally use your pictures for whatever they want. You might think there's no way this is possible. They're your pictures, right? You either took them or they include you. That sounds like enough for you to own them. Well, apparently not. Apparently the moment you upload a picture, you've agreed to certain terms and conditions. If you don't believe me, let's take a look at the official Facebook terms and conditions that I'm sure we've all read extensively. Try not to mouth the words along with me, no matter how tempting it is. Facebook says, for content that is covered by intellectual property rights, like photos and videos, IP content, you specifically give us the following permission, subject to your privacy and application settings. You grant us a non-exclusive, transferable, sub-licensable, royalty-free, worldwide license to use any IP content that you post on or in connection with Facebook IP license. So, there you go. Technically speaking, Facebook can use your picture however they want. They could even slap a 10-story picture of you on the side of a skyscraper. I mean, they're not going to do that, obviously, so don't worry. Or maybe just worry a little bit. A little bit of worry is good. Next up at number 7 now, we have the face map. Did you guys know that Facebook has a map of your face? This is where things start to get really weird in this video. Facebook actually knows who's in your pictures, or if you're in someone else's pictures, before you've even managed to tag them. Some of you may have already realized this when Facebook suggests who to tag before you've even typed in any names at all. The reason is now clear. Facebook scans and maps faces so that it can recommend tags for pictures. A lot of people may just find this quite a useful feature, but if you think about it, this feature means that Facebook has mapped everyone's face who has ever been tagged in any picture on Facebook. That's a few billion people. Facebook can probably track faces now better than some police departments. Welcome to the future. Next up, number 6 now, we have specific searches. Generally, people use a search bar on Facebook to either search for people and places. It's just the name of a friend or the name of a restaurant, something like that. Most people aren't aware though that you can search for creepily specific things in the search bar. If you want to search for single people in Chicago who like Ed Sheeran, you can do that. Just type that in. Facebook will bring up people who tick all those boxes. These people didn't sign up to be listed in this way. They're just single on Facebook. They've set their location to Chicago and they may have hit the like button on an Ed Sheeran fan page like 2 years ago. Other searches can include searching for married people who attended a certain event, searching for friends in a certain area who had pictures at a certain restaurant. The list goes on. Some people may see this as a helpful feature, others may be deleting their account as I speak. Next up at number 5 now, we have Facebook depression. A lot of people have reported that increased Facebook use has a correlation with being depressed, but is that actually true? Well, now in fairness, there have been studies that have found no link at all, but there have also been some well discussed ones that do. One of those actually came from Harvard. Now they found that real world social networks were a good thing. We're talking about groups, families, friends or networks who have regular contact with other people in the world. Facebook was actually negatively associated with overall well-being though. The results were particularly strong for mental health. Most measures of Facebook in 1 year predicted a decrease in mental health a year later. They found consistently that both liking others' content and clicking links significantly predicted a subsequent reduction in self-reported physical health, mental health, and life satisfaction. Honestly, of all the reasons to give up Facebook on this list, that might be the most compelling one so far for some people. What do you guys think though? Moving on to number 4 now, we have no deleting. We may have touched on this point in previous videos, but this deserves to be talked about now. You can delete anything you want on Facebook, but that doesn't mean Facebook actually deletes it. Deleting a picture on Facebook is more like deleting something on your computer. It just goes to your recycle bin. You have to then go into your recycle bin to actually delete it for good. The recycle bin in this analogy is Facebook. In their own words, they say this: when you delete IP content, it's deleted in a manner similar to emptying the recycle bin on a computer. However, you understand that removed content may persist in backup copies for a reasonable period of time. So, there we have it. They even admit they are like a recycle bin. Of course, just like we've talked about before, this doesn't mean Facebook is just randomly saving people's pictures they delete, but the capability is there. I also find it interesting, personally, that their backup copies remain for a reasonable amount of time. That could be anything, you know, could be a day, a week, or forever. Next up at number 3 now, we have the right to remove. So by now in the video, we've already established that Facebook can track you, they can keep your deleted content, they can do a lot of things, but at least they can't delete the things you don't want them to. Wrong! Facebook reserves the right to remove whatever it wants from your page. Before you freak out too much though, they will tell you that they've done it if they do it. So if you haven't been informed by them, they probably have never done it to you. They also give you the right to appeal, which is good, but when it comes down to actually deleting stuff, they don't need your permission and they don't have to inform you. The Facebook terms and conditions read, "We can remove any content or information you post on Facebook if we believe that it violates this statement of our policies." Some people out there say this is totally fine, that Facebook would only use this power to remove something that incites hatred or violence. Others have pointed to examples where they believe Facebook was silencing freedom of speech. This topic really does tend to divide people. Where do you guys stand on it? Moving on to number 2 now, we have selling your face. We talked earlier in the video about how Facebook owns your pictures and reserves the right to use them. Well, this is kind of the next progression from that. Facebook can actually sell your pictures onto a third party. When you sign up for Facebook, you give them express permission to use your face in advertising for them or any other company. Again, if we refer to what Facebook says in their own terms and conditions, they say, "You give us permission to use your name, profile picture, content and information in connection with commercial, sponsored or related content such as a brand you like, served or enhanced by us. This means, for example, that you permit a business or other entity to pay us to display your name and or profile picture with your content or information without any compensation to you. I love that last sentence. I like how that last bit is just a bit of salt in the wound there. They can use your face in advertising and you're not gonna get a single penny for it. Sorry. Can you imagine how freaky it would be to see your own face on a poster for Facebook or any other company? Maybe it's already happened and we just don't know about it. And finally, number 1 now, we have the Facebook bot. Okay, this isn't quite the same level as the Terminator, but it freaked out a lot of people when it happened. In 2017, Facebook was forced to shut down a pair of chatbots they had created when they discovered that the bots had created a secret language of their own. The algorithms behind the bots were created by Facebook's AI research lab as a way to improve the conversations that their chatbots were having with humans. However, in their effort to boost the bots' ability to negotiate and speak to humans, the bots ended up realizing that normal human language was actually inefficient for them. As they talked to each other, they started saying gibberish sentences like I can, I, everything else. Another time, one of them said, balls have 0 to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me. I started to creep myself out a bit there. The point is, they were talking to themselves in a new language that people at Facebook didn't understand. They still aren't even sure what some of the phrases actually meant. The company pulled the plug on the whole thing, but some people worry that they just went deeper with the experiments and eventually they may end up accidentally creating Skynet. Oh look, we've come full circle with the Terminator reference. And that seems like a good place to end the video. If you'd like me to dig up some more dark secrets or just weird things about some other big company, I can do that for you. I can't do that about people though. Yeah, that'd be kind of creepy. Big companies is where I draw the line. As always, I have to say thank you to you guys for watching. My name is Danny Burke and I will see you all in the next video.